I welcome you. It's a particular honor and personal pleasure to have you present here at the Aga Khan University opening session of the Grand Seminar dedicated to the university linkages for health and education in the developing world. Our 10th anniversary celebrations have been truly memorable and meaningful, and the Grand Seminar promises to be another significant event of this nature. It truly is another key step in the journey just begun. We are particularly privileged to have three outstanding speakers with us today in Dr. Nafi Sadak, Executive Director of the United Nations Population Fund and from Pakistan, Dr. Keith Pazanson, who is the President of the International Development Research Center of Canada and will be here shortly. He arrived in the earliest of all morning hours, and Dr. Goran Sturkey, head of the Department Unit of International Health Research at Karolinska Institute from Sweden, another country with whom we have very excellent linkages. We are honored today, Your Highness, by your presence. We are grateful that you are here, and we are very appreciative that you are attending a number of the keynote addresses. Surely, the topics chosen today underscore some of your own priorities and concerns. And it's further important to say that through the Aga Khan Development Network, one has and will have strategies to address the problems that we're discussing in relationship to health, education, and economic development. We are honored this morning by the presence of our chief guest, Mr. Wasim Sajjad, Chairman of the Senate. Your attendance represents the importance that the government of Pakistan places on the issues being discussed today, and we look forward to your address.
I congratulate the Aga Khan University in organizing this seminar, which deals with the importance of a university's linkages with other national and international organizations for health and education. This has particular relevance to the developing countries, and the issues chosen for the three workshops are indeed of a high priority for development. There is obviously a great need for closer relationship with the government. The Senate and the elected representatives of the people of Pakistan would welcome closer ties with the universities, especially in the supply of correct and reliable data for policies and plans, and also in having their expert views in resolving many problems affecting education and health in general in Pakistan. The Aga Khan University will be completing the first decade of its founding this year. However, despite its young age, the Aga Khan University has already achieved a position of eminence in the field of education. It has developed important linkages with government and non-government organizations. It has a track record that proves that it is not an ivory tower, but believes in actual contribution to the development process. Especially important aspect is the possibility of getting well-trained faculty back to Pakistan from their training abroad. And here, the Aga Khan University has been unusually successful. Nearly 60 to 70% of its faculty are returning Pakistanis who have made a name for themselves in overseas countries, including North America and Europe. The multitude of aid agencies supporting the university is a testimony to the relevance of the Aga Khan University. The generosity of the Ismailis around the world is most impressive, considering that the Aga Khan University is not an institution meant only for Ismailis. Its doors are open to all on merit. Private institutions of higher learning, such as the Aga Khan University, need increased support from the government and the private sector to enhance their capacity to serve the nation. As the first private university chartered by the government of Pakistan, the Aga Khan University has shown the way to other private universities. In all countries, universities have a role to play in the political life of the country. There is need for better information from the universities to the political leaders about their needs. Turning to the subject of education, a particularly important contribution by the Aga Khan University is the establishment of the Institute for Educational Development. It aims primarily at the improvement and further development of education all over Pakistan and certain neighboring countries, with close linkages with Oxford and the University of Toronto. This created synergy is designed to impact on one of Pakistan's most critical areas, namely the general education of its population, with a special emphasis on women's education. This particular emphasis is not unusual in an institution like the Aga Khan University, where half of its students and staff are educated Pakistani women. Thus, the Aga Khan University is a role model for women's development, where the School of Nursing has taken the initiative of higher education for nurses in their very successful postgraduate degree program. It might be a good opportunity to stress here that the people of Pakistan are particularly happy with the student selection process at the Aga Khan University, which is unbiased and operates without sifarish. Another area where the Aga Khan University is now embarking is to place emphasis on creating greatly improved research facilities. At present, this is being done particularly in the important fields of infectious diseases and epidemiological surveillance, and in this way creating a resource center for both the private and the public sector agencies. The establishment of a close linkage with information flow between government and the Aga Khan University is indeed a most urgent and highly needed priority. I am confident that this seminar will send a clear message across the country that education, and especially women's education, should remain a top priority for the policymakers. I am looking forward to hearing from the speakers and from the workshops which follow today a summary of what the university has contributed so far towards the solution of the critical problems of this country and suggestions for future endeavors in this direction. I realize that the discussions will be of value also for scientists from other countries, and I direct a special welcome to the representatives from both developed and developing countries to this important seminar and to Pakistan. Thank you very much.